Kicking it with Timmy B. We're going over what's going on, like what happened today, right? September 15th, 2024, a second attempt on former President Donald Trump's life. Let's get right into it. It's the AP. Trump was the subject of an apparent assassination attempt at his Florida golf club, FBI says. By Alana Durkin. Looking at it. Okay. And Colleen Long and Eric Tucker, Zeke Miller, and Stephanie Mattet. Or Mattet. Mattet. I think that's how you pronounce that. West Palm Beach, Florida. The AP. Donald Trump was the target Sunday of what appears to be an assassination. To be an attack. I can't even talk. What appears to be an attempted assassination at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida. The FBI said just 9 weeks after the Republican presidential nominee survived another attempt on his life, the former president said he was safe and well, and authorities held a man in custody. I think they have the name in here, but they've just released the name. It's like Ryan something. That's crazy. We'll get into that. We continue. So, U.S. Secret Service agents posted a few holes up from where Trump was playing, noticed the muzzle of an AK-style rifle sticking through the shrubbery that lines the course roughly 400 yards away. An agent fired, and the gunman dropped the rifle and fled. Can you believe that? That's crazy. And an SUV leaving the firearm behind along with 2 backpacks, a scope used for aiming, and a GoPro camera, which is wild too, right? Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said the man was later taken into custody in the neighboring county. It was the latest jarring moment in a campaign year marked by unprecedented upheaval. On July 13th, Trump was shot during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and a bullet grazed his ear. 8 days later, Democratic President Joe Biden withdrew from the race, giving way for Vice President Kamala Harris to become the party's nominee. And it was sure to add to the questions about Secret Service protective operations after the agencies admitted failures in preventing the attempted assassination of Trump this summer. It's like insane. It's like the summer. It's like the fall. Is there going to be our winter one? Like, what is going on right now? It's crazy. It's all seasons or something. In an email to supporters, Trump said, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted to hear this first. I am safe and well." Or I wanted you to hear this first, excuse me. "I am safe and well." He wrote, "Nothing will slow me down, and I will never surrender." He returned to Mar-a-Lago, his private club in Palm Beach, where he lives, according to a person similar with Trump's movements, who was not authorized to discuss them publicly and spoke on condition of anonymity. We continue. So it was not immediately clear whether the incident would affect his campaign schedule. He was set to speak from Florida about cryptocurrency. Oh, check that out. Shout out to the crypto folks out there. Cryptocurrency live on Monday night on the social media site X for the launch of his son's crypto platform. Interesting. We'll have to go check that out. He planned a town hall Tuesday in Flint, Michigan, with his former press secretary, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Okay. followed by a rally Wednesday on New York's Long Island. So he's like all over the place, man. He's playing golf, man. He's taking a break. Someone's trying to shoot this guy. What's he gonna do Monday? Just take Monday off, or he's supposed to speak? He was set to speak Monday, so I don't know. I guess that's not gonna happen. So he was gonna go golfing, and then Monday go to this crypto thing, and then head up to Flint, Michigan. Shout out to the folks in Flint, Michigan, who still don't have clean drinking water out there. It's insane, right? I digress. Like, this guy's going in. An email to Trump campaign staffers obtained by AP said, "This is not a matter that we take lightly. Your safety is always our top priority. We ask that you remain vigilant in your daily comings and goings. As we enter the last 50 days of President Trump's campaign, we must remember that we will only be able to save America from those who seek to destroy it by working together as one team." Check that out. Interesting. Shots fired during Trump golfing. Secret Service agents opened fire on a suspected gunman Sunday while former President Trump was golfing at his West Palm Beach club. Police say that the suspect fled and was later arrested. So we have a map here, folks. All right, we have a map. We're in Florida. Bow. Get a little zoom in, like. Oh man, so Lake Okeechobee. By the way, I've been to Florida before. I've just never been to Palm Beach, Palm City, or anywhere near Mar-a-Lago. Unfortunately, but I digress. We go into it. So this is Marin County, Palm Beach County. Okay. Secret Service agents opened fire on person spotted with a rifle near Trump's golf club, where Trump was golfing. So this is where the Trump International Golf Club is. It's right next to Mar-a-Lago. That's crazy. So you got people pulling up, like, this should be like your domain, right? To fight off all the enemies. And they're pulling up right at the front door here, like almost. I mean, that's anyway. So 2 is the police apprehend suspect near Palm City and neighboring Martin County. So this dude, he attempted to take his life and then dipped out and then got in a car and then drove, I would assume, one of these ways, right? It's one, I mean, yeah. And then drove all the way up near Palm City. And just like the guy said, the sheriff, It was either the sheriff, the FBI, or the Secret Service guy. They said that I think it was the sheriff, that they had got on the horn with the folks up there, and I would assume, set up a whole trap and got this like individual. That's crazy. Very interesting. I mean, for him to get like, man, that's not good, man. That's not good at all. Biden and Harris were briefed and would be kept updated on the investigation. The White House said that they were relieved to know Trump is safe. I'm sure. Harris, in a statement, also said that violence has no place in America. In the aftermath, Trump checked in with allies, including running mate Ohio Senator J.D. Vance and South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, and several Fox News hosts. Fox News host Sean Hannity recounted on air his conversation with Trump and the former president's golf partner Steve Witkoff. They told Hannity that they had been on the fifth hole and about to go up to putt when they heard a pop pop. Oh, so they were golfing like with this dude. That's crazy. What? When it all happened. Within seconds, he said what called for counted Secret Service agents pounced on Trump and covered him to protect him. That's crazy. Wow. Trump had returned to Florida. The AP is pretty sick in my personal opinion. I digress because they got some interesting reporters here or journalists. Trump had returned to Florida this weekend from the West Coast swing that included a Friday night rally in Las Vegas and a Utah fundraiser. His campaign had not advised about any public plans for Trump on Sunday. He often spends the morning playing golf before having lunch at the club, one of the 3 he owns in the state. He has had a stepped up security footprint since the assassination attempt in July, when he has been at Trump Tower in New York parked. Dump trucks have formed a wall outside the building. That's insane. That's insane, dude. What? So if you try to roll up, that's crazy, dog. This is like, I don't even want to say it. At outdoor rallies, he now speaks from behind an enclosure of bulletproof glass. I've seen that part, but the whole truck's out. It's getting crazy out there in New York. So the Florida golf course was partially shut down for Trump as he played, but there are several areas around the perimeter of the property where golfers are visible from the fence line. Secret Service agents and officers in golf carts and on the ATVs generally secure the area several holes ahead and behind Trump when he plays. Very interesting. Agents also usually bring an armored vehicle onto the course to shelter Trump. That's crazy. To shelter him quickly should a threat arise. That's insane, bro. That's what I'm talking about. The Palm Beach County Sheriff said the entire golf course would have been lined with law enforcement if Trump were the president. But because he is not, security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there will probably be a little more people around the perimeter. Bradshaw said, but the security service did exactly what they should have done. That was the guy. That was the sheriff guy, right? They provided exactly what the protection. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job. Former presidents and their spouses have Secret Service protection for life, and the security around former presidents varies according to threat levels and exposure, with the toughest typically being in the immediate aftermath of their leaving office. Trump's protective detail has been higher than some other former presidents because of his high visibility in his campaign to seek the White House again. The man in custody. Okay, so now we're getting some intel here about this individual. The man in custody was Ryan Ruth. 3 law enforcement officials told the AP the officials who identified the suspect spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation. The FBI was leading the investigation and was working to determine any motive. Attorney General Merrick Garland, this guy was receiving regular updates. Agents with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives were helping investigate. The FBI has responded to West Palm Beach, Florida, and it's investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination of former President Trump, the Bureau said. So the FBI is saying, interesting. News reporters were not, with Trump on Sunday, bucking tradition. Trump's campaign has not arranged to have protective pool of reporters travel with them, as it is standard for major party nominees for the president. Harris does not have a protective pool at all times, but does allow reporters to travel with her for public events. Martin County Sheriff William D. Snyder said the suspect was apprehended within minutes of the FBI. Secret Service, man, he flew up there then. They're talking about minutes. Wait, because this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it just him and somebody else? Because, like, how did within minutes of the FBI Secret Service putting out? Okay, that's crazy. So they put that out, and they found this dude immediately, like within minutes. So I'm like, hold up. I just want to state this. This is, I mean, how far is this, yo? Like, it's gotta be like 30 minutes, right? That's crazy. I don't know, man. That's crazy. They're talking about minutes. He flew. That means he lit off those rounds and booked it. And they said that he got into an SUV. This dude booked it all the way up there, and this is within a few minutes that they're making. All right, maybe I'm too. Anyway, I digress. We go back to this. I don't want to get off topic here. The man in custody identified the suspect. Spoke on the condition. Okay. Merrick Garland. This guy, was investigating. Appears to be attempted. News reporters were not with Trump. Blah blah blah. Talks about that. Talks about the Secret Service putting out. Okay, like this is what I was talking about. Yeah. Okay, so we gotta go back to this. Specific vehicle sought. Plate number and description of occupant. Like, find you in a insane. Snyder said his deputies immediately flooded northbound I-95, deploying to every exit. Wow, that's crazy. Between the Palm Beach County line to the south and St. Lucie County line to the north. One of the road patrol, like, just imagine if he would have like actually done some harm. There would have really been some fools out there like, yo, we gotta find this guy, like, for real. But man, they put in some work. Okay. I just wish they would have just done the work to like prevent this from happening in general. But okay. Anyway, one of my road patrol units saw the vehicle, matched the tag, and set up on the vehicle. Snyder said, we pinched on the car. I have a picture of it on X. Can I show that? Yeah, I should show that. Let's see. Let's take a second here. Who is this? Yeah, the guy that did it, his account is X has deleted the Trump assassin's account so he cannot pour through his posts. So we cannot pour through his posts. What? Why are so many people raging for the machine? What's going on right now, dude? This is crazy, dog. And Elon's laughing while like, yo, that doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find this picture for you. Once again, I do not want to get off. I don't want to get off topic here. Yeah, they like pinched his car. This is like a Nissan Xterra, to my understanding. This is the perp. It's the perp's car. I got the sheriff. They got an unmarked here. This is by Matt Wallace, by the way. Shout out to Matt Wallace. It's Marin or Martin County Sheriff's Department. Okay. So what's this? What does he have here? Nah. Can we watch this?
This is extremely serious, as Donald Trump was only a matter of minutes away from potentially losing his life for a second time. Shots fired by Secret Service at a man who came onto his golf course while he was golfing there with an AK-47. Clearly has to be a planned, targeted thing to know exactly when he's going to be there and what time he's going to be there, and to be able to plan it at exactly the 5th hole. Secret Service was forced to jump on top of President Trump after the shots rang out. The guy was able to get away temporarily until being caught.
In the area of the shooting, sources say they recovered a backpack and a semi-automatic rifle that was described as an AK-47 in the preliminary reporting, and a
Tom Raskin
camera. The last piece is very interesting because it suggests, if there was such a camera there, that this individual may have wanted to record himself in a first person doing the shooting.
Meaning that this guy likely was going to film himself taking Trump's life. He wanted to not just end his life, he wanted to send a message to all of the Trump supporters. This is what happens when you try to put someone in office who's actually going to take down the system. This is what happens to you. This is what happens to your...
Okay. Let's get back to it. Once again, I'm not trying to get off the... We're going to stay right on the subject here. So Snyder told pinched the car. I showed you the picture. Snyder told WPTV that the suspect was not armed when we took him out of the car. So the man had a calm, flat demeanor and showed little emotion. Man, what's going on right now, dude? When he was stopped by police. Like, of course, it's one of these kind of people that are trying to do this. Like, right? Like, Snyder said, saying the suspect did not question why he was being pulled over. He never asked. I mean, not even being pulled. That wasn't being pulled over. Like, you guys knocked him. They're still being pulled over. Yeah, whatever, man. Well, I get what they're saying, but it's... If you look at that picture, what do you think he's going to be like? Yeah, why'd you guys? Just obviously he knows what he's doing, man. Right? Or I don't know, dude. I don't know. But continue. It's just it's such weird behavior. Of course, such sus behavior going on, like with all this. So he didn't question why he's being pulled over. He never asked, what is this about? Obviously, law enforcement with long guns and blue lights. Whatever, man. Anyway, that's the AP. I'll leave a link in the description for the video that we watch and for this article in the description below. Hit the like, share, and the subscribe button. Crazy times, folks. Make sure you stay informed. Make sure you go out there and go vote. It's like less than 60 days, right? Make sure you get informed on who to vote for and protect yourselves. Protect your families. You know what I mean? It's crazy times. All right. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really... I mean, dude, Mar-a-Lago's like right there, dog. I would feel some kind of way, man. I mean, I'm sure he does. It's like, dude, I would really feel some kind of way. This is on the doorstep now, bro. This isn't. I'm sure they probably have some folks that do pull up you just don't hear about. But like, hey, yo, we heard about this one. You definitely heard about this one. He had ceramic plates on the fence. My thing is, he didn't want to stick around. Like, he wasn't gonna be no Matthew Crooks or whatever that loser. He didn't want to turn out to be a Matthew. That's one thing too. Like, I don't want to start speculating and getting all that, but I'm just bringing up some things that I'm thinking about. The fact that he's alive. Like, once again, I want to say this guy. If I'm putting all this together with the information that we've seen here today, I don't have the whole picture. I'm not all knowing. I ain't God. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm just putting all this stuff together. This dude pulled up and he was on the property with ceramic plates and an AK and tried to take this man's life. And the Secret Service seen a rifle. They were just looking, doing the patrol, and to see a rifle just sticking out of the bush. They go to engage this fool. The guy goes, "Huh, I'm out of here," and just leaves everything. You know what I mean? If this was like a trained professional, you would think he would just take everything or have it all set up, right? Like, to where he could just break it down. You have to be able to do that if you're in like if you know that you're going to be fired upon, like, you know what I mean? Like, you would need to set that stuff up and then be able to break it down and then get out of there. That dude said, "Nope, leave it there." Leave it there. And then I'm going to go, they said an SUV. And by mean what I mean, I mean the folks at AP that wrote this article. And through the video from the spokesman folks from the sheriff's department, the Palm Beach Secret Service, FBI, they said this guy got in a truck. So he said, "What? I'll leave this rifle. I'll leave all this stuff." It's got the fingerprints on it. Like, did this guy have some gloves on? The guy held the rifle. Like, this is stuff you got to think about. Oh, this is stuff you got to think about. I mean, this is stuff that I break down, and I'm like, I'm just reading this article with you, folks. I'm just reading this article and seeing that video. So your hands have touched all this gear. You know what I mean? You probably got hair on the bag, some kind of hair follicle. Like, that's the stuff you gotta. If you gotta do something like that, you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving nothing. You ain't. If you try. This dude knew that he was. I don't even know. Because now you got to put your mind, you got to put your speculate, put your mind, put yourself in the mind of this idiot that thought that he was going to do this. I'm so glad that he did not do this, though. But my thing is, it's just, there's so many levels to this. So you touched this rifle and then left it. All this gear, you left it. The ceramic plates, do the ceramic plates have serial numbers? Does the rifle have a serial number? Does the ammo in the rifle have your fingerprints on it? People don't even think about that. Oh, I didn't think about it. So he leaves it, and then they said that he gets into a car. Bear with me. Stick with me here. I'm not just some loony just spouting off some stuff here. Stay with me here. He gets in a car after that and drives off. So, to my understanding, this is like a nice area. He's like, and Mar-a-Lago's like right here. This should be a real nice area. There's gonna be a lot of cameras, right? There's gonna be a lot of cameras, and especially this spot, they're doing all the state-of-the-art technology. I'm sure, right? Their police force is pretty lit. As in lit that they have like a lot of technology. They're getting a lot of resources from their local city and all that other stuff. However, all that stuff works. They're being well funded. And the infrastructure around there, they can put up all these cameras and all of the technology, like they were saying, for reading plates and all that. The guy got in a vehicle and just spit like, this had to be a police chase if he got here. So they did it in minutes. They said minutes. I'm just going off what they're saying. Excuse me. That's like, dude, that looks like I've never been there to this part. I've never been to this part. We went to Kissimmee, which is like way up there. It's a little bit north, like right up here, right? Kissimmee, and then we went to Orlando. But the whole point of this is you don't want to hear about my trip out there. You want to hear about this stuff. I'm just saying I'm really familiar with like kind of how that they have these like toll roads you can like fly on almost. They have these toll roads and you just get right off and it's go right to these near. I mean, a lot of cities do, but specifically this place, like in Florida, their interstates are like set up differently. Just bear with me here. This guy's flying. He's going through all these tolls. I'm sure there has to be a toll here, right? At some point, they have to catch up to where this guy is at, and they're in an active police chase, and then they cut him off here. I just want to give you a timeline. I'm sorry I take forever to build up to it, but we are here. So they have him, or they do that pit maneuver thing or whatever, and they get him, and they go up to the car, and the guy is just sitting there. Hands on the wheel. No remorse. I mean, am I painting this picture for you folks? Like the guy, hey, what's going on, officer? yo, hold on, no. Hey, no, don't make me do this, man. I will totally do this, but this isn't anything like to laugh about, like for real. I'm not, but you have to understand where I'm at right here. You have to understand where I'm at. So let's put that right here. Can you see me? Can you see me? You can see me, right? So the guy's like this. Hold on, put myself right here. Let's get like this. So the guy drives up here, right? And they do the APB or Bolo or whatever. And boom. He's like this. No remorse. And these cops are just chilling here. How you doing, officer? Get out of the car, dude. God, man. This guy survived. Like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised. I'm glad that no one was hurt, though. It's unfortunate that things like this have to happen. That's what I think about it.